Hello, welcome to Fourth Dimension. Maria here. Appreciate you joining me. I want to send you all gratitude. A big pile, lots of hugs, lots of well wishes. I could not do this channel without your assistance. I'm not even kidding. I'm very, very grateful for you. I'm pulling cards for the collective, but I'm feeling very specific for one person. I feel like it's an extension from the reading I did yesterday. Holy moly. You, my friend, whoever you are inventing something. I feel like you're inventing your new self, but actually something that nothing has been done before, ever. I'm getting so many downloads. Somebody right now is in transportation of some form, launching a new idea, but it's a different spin on what they're doing, but it's going to take hold and fire, and it's going to grow. Somebody, I feel, another person is building, and if it may be you, it's like if you come into abundance, you might do something for the economy, environment, plant trees, create waterways for the underprivileged, people that don't have water. Water is life. I keep hearing water is life. You're very much into nature. You're tapping into your prosperity season. You're acting assertive. If not, you should. Frogs might be significant. Frogs is, again, transformation, luck. You might have a lucky break. And you need to be assertive with your idea and assertive with what you want. Through silence, you find power. And I love the lion. I have a male lion on my arm. I don't know if you knew that. But it's you moving into leadership. You're taking action. You know where to go, what to do. This is confirmation. You might have been sitting on an idea. Should I stay? Should I go? My family's here. This, that, and the other. You're coming up with a bunch of bullshit reasons. I'm sorry. I love you. I love you. But this is like anxiety. This is just fear of stepping completely independent, moving away. You might have already done this, but it's now ingenuity of something you've created is launching, is going live, viral. And it doesn't mean it's actually viral. It just feels it's a brand new idea. You know, I sit in a healthcare space, and I had the privilege to work with the most amazing creative crew I've ever met. Young folks, live, inspired. And I remember when we launched this service line, people were saying, you're out of your mind. This isn't going to work. You're specific on what kind of criteria you take. I'm going to try not, you know if you know who I'm talking about if you know. You're very specific on the insurance you take. You're going to close. You're not going to make it. And not only did they become the #1 company to provide the service, they did it in under a year. They created deep paths of relationships. It changed their lives. And they were untouchable. That's this energy. I don't know who you are, but that's the same. And when Spirit's bringing thoughts and people and the energy, and it's high and it's exciting, and it's just like the best chapter because you get to create the rules. There are no rules where you're going. You're just going to create the steps on how this gets done. You're juggling everything, lots of things in there. You're doing well. You have, I feel like you've left the naysayers, I want to say naysayers behind, and you're practicing imagery. So again, you're a master alchemist. I can understand that. So you've made a place in your space for meditation, whether it be a time in the morning to center yourself, as well as a time in the evening to kind of recapture, review your day, and move forward. If I have this little statue here, it's very, Zen and Buddhist. I don't know if you can see that, but it's, to me, I keep hearing sanctuary. So it's your sanctuary of peace where you get grounded and you center yourself. 44 might be a number you're looking at. 4s, triple 4s. I have the Queen of Cups. You're showing compassion. Somebody sees you as comfort, compassion. Hermit, there you go. You might be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This might involve another Cancer. I get a lot of air over here, so you might also be dealing or have dealt with an energy of an air sign, or you might be in your head. Aquarius, Gemini. Virgo. Libra. I keep hearing Libra. Making a major decision. Coming after what you want. Fell under the Assertive card. You see somebody's abundance or somebody sees yours. Whether you have 2 nickels in your pocket, it's not about money. This is energy. It will create money. I feel like you need to be aware of, there's tricksters, past people that want your energy. This could be a work situation or related to what you're building. Somebody in your past is, in my opinion, wanting what you have. And it feels like you may know this and you're just holding, like you're dealing with it. You know what's going on. You're not stupid, but it's also like you're not giving it any energy. The fire that they create will burn them. That's what I just heard. Because you're on your own path. You're creating and carving out a path nobody's ever taken. It's never been done. The Hierophant, you are creating a foundation and people see that. And it feels very exciting. Now, that being said, I feel there is one energy that's hanging on in water. It feels very water. It doesn't mean they are a water sign, but a lot of passion, a lot of love for you, who needs to make a decision because it's breaking out of the conformity. They have to go against family. They have to go against friends. So this might have been somebody who lived an alternative lifestyle, let's say, and is now making a decision to hang that up and come after you. And it's regarding needing forgiveness. This person is stuck in their own shame. They got their own insecurities, their own fears that reconciliation can't happen. Even like if you knew, Maria, what has been done, and it's their own garbage. I don't know what to say. This is, you're kind of above this. You kind of understand all about forgiveness and resentment, because if you harbor resentment, you block your blessings, your own blessings. You put yourself in prison because you're hung up. Because I can't receive unless, if I'm holding on. That's why in the Bible they say, forgive your brother before you come and ask. Go take care of that and then come and talk to me. That's the vibe. And my ears ringing again. So this is somebody who hasn't practiced this. They hold resentment, they live in fear. I don't think they're trying to, they're just living in fear. But you've practiced and mastered forgiveness, because forgiving yourself is just as important as forgiving others, because the lesson had to occur. The lesson had to occur. You can't do one without the other. I have the Ace of Wands to the Six of Cups to the Ten of Pentacles. Somebody's making a decision about where their happiness lies and what means prosperity, what means wishes fulfilled, what means to them wealth. Like, again, I believe that there's somebody's coming through a financial abundance. Family, okay, now we're gonna take that one. Ace of Pentacles to the Wheel of Fortune. Somebody's giving a new opportunity and it's their turn on the wheel. It's their karma, good karma coming in. If they don't proceed and break through the fear, they're repeating cycles of lack mindset and I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, that kind of thing. You might be dealing with, again, a Gemini, Scorpio, Virgo is twice on the board. A lot of fire, Aries, Leo, Sag. A lot of earth as well, Taurus. But this is grounded. Again, energy, don't get stuck in the zodiac sign. Get stuck in the feeling of what I'm saying. So Sag, backpack, throw it on, let's go. That's a sense of adventure. That's this feeling. Love, lots of deep passion, lots of deep commitment. Somebody wants to combine efforts and build something with you, whether it be romantic or in a business, maybe both. They have a new idea. They have a new understanding. And I have aces now on the board. So this is somebody, I feel, if you closed out cycles, you're going through, you haven't jumped into the pool yet. You haven't made a decision, but you're walking down that path and your doors are opening and you're looking down to say, is this what I want to do? Is that what I want to do? Somebody's trying to do something different. I keep hearing you need to keep an open mind. about whatever. So you might, okay, I get it. You might get past people coming forward to amend because they feel you slipping away into making a move. They feel like you're moving into a different decision. The second thing, and it doesn't have to be dramatic. You don't have to be moving. You might or have already moved, or you're in the process of considering a move. You're making a move somehow. This is you discerning judgment, you discerning what makes you happy and manifesting it. This is about self-love. I love this. This is about self-love, knowing your worth, knowing what you want, and where your cups lie. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Swords. That's the anxiety. That's the fear. That's the, I did some things in our relationship. I did the things behind the dark. If you only knew, maybe I was married. Maybe I had a third party. Maybe I lived with somebody, or I had a long distance relationship. Maybe I wasn't straight with you. Maybe I stole from you. And you don't think somebody knows about this. It's like you've forgiven all this stuff. I don't know who you are, but you've alchemized a rebirth in this person. Ta-da! Because it's their own shame and guilt that created this tension in themselves. This transformation had to occur. Divine used you. I want to say the divine used you to expedite this wheel because it was time. It's overdue. It was overdue. This person was staying in a toxic life pattern based on familial habits, Six of Cups. And this new concept is I can break free. I can break free from the constraints and limitations other people have put on me about the heights I can go. So you are manifesting, I hope this is your reading. This is beautiful. This is manifestation of what you want, desiring and calling it in. And it's directly proportionate to the love you have of self. I'm going to go back to like a year ago. My readings are timeless. If you haven't subscribed, please do, because then you get access. You can go to the channel, get all that. But I appreciate you. It costs you nothing. Hit the button. That's my call out for subscribers. If you know, you know. A year ago, I did a reading very similar about self-love and pouring into others from an empty cup. When I have an expectation, whether verbalized or not, about an outcome, I will always get the shaft. Two reasons. One is I'm looking for somebody to validate my worth and value. And two, I'm expecting somebody to reciprocate that, extend that energy back. This is someone, I feel, who never verbalized, it may have been you, what you wanted. You weren't open and honest about what you wanted. And you just poured into cups because it was convenient and in front of you at the time, a while ago. You're not the same person. But due to the beginning or the endings that you're having with people because you're deciding who you want to pour in, and you're not pouring into broken cups. You have the discernment now of who you're pouring into and how to elevate and transmute negative energy, etc. And you love these people. It's not about not choosing them. It feels more like you're elevating to a level nobody's ever seen in you. You're taking action. This is a lot of action, a lot of fire energy. Self-confidence, you have clarity today about what you want, and you're moving forward. It might require you moving. Here comes this opportunity, the truth. It could be a download. You may have epiphanies or intelligence through these conversations of people that somebody might come clean with something. But I feel it's more spiritual. You need to take action on whatever this is. It's Seven of Cups behind, or Seven of Pentacles behind, looking through. It's almost very meticulous work. I feel like whatever you're doing, you're going back, pausing, looking at over all of your things before you hit the play button or record button. If you're speaking your truth on a platform or in court or to a human, Six of Wands. But I feel like it's in tandem with you going after this physical coin, this new opportunity, commitment, opportunity, leadership, taking ownership. Feels Aquarius heavy, feels Taurus deep. Somebody wants to, I feel you have the energy of this. Somebody wants to partner with you, maybe from your past, or it could be, you might be dealing with two energies. Somebody from the past coming back, as well as you might be in a situation now that may develop to something extraordinary. It's moving slow, but you're building on it. It feels very Four of Wands. Five of Pentacles, somebody may have stolen from you, but it's feeling very much motivated. This person from the past is coming back having experienced financial loss, maybe going through a divorce, lost half their income, or in court, Queen of Pentacles, to the Page of Cups. So, and the Page of Cups can be spying on you or getting a tarot reading. It could be a lot of things with this Queen of Pentacles. Somebody might be approaching you, watching you go through this lack mindset. This past person, I feel Capricorn, is going to reach out with a lot of love, with offering you a new opportunity. I feel like they're very wealthy, but they're might be married still. I don't know if they're trying to get out of the marriage. I don't think so. I think they're very comfortable. I think they're still married. You might have to have some flexibility if you want to deal with this person, but I feel like there was also you, if for one reader or one viewer, that's you. For another person, you might be the Queen of Cups or Queen of Pentacles, male or female, doesn't matter. And you're possessing, I want to offer this gift, this opportunity, provide financially to this person because I did them wrong in the past. I stole from them. I wasted their time, kind of vibe. Two of Pentacles, multiple priorities, managing multiple things. My voice was not cracking before I did this reading, so I feel like you might be challenged, or somebody who's coming and approaching you is challenged with communicating their truth. They might stutter, they might have a speech impediment, but this is somebody who struggles with accountability of what they did. It's an ego death. They went through an ego death, or they recognize that they owe you an amends. It's a deep, deep ending to have a beginning. And the Seven of Swords right here is coming clean. That's what this feels like. Their betrayal. Tower moment to the Fool. Bam. So they can have a new beginning. Leo. Could be dealing with a Leo. Strength card. I said it before. Anytime I start a reading, anything I feel and the visions I get is part of the reading. And I told you I had a tattoo. I do. I have like this huge tattoo up my arm about strength. Inner strength. So I'm supposed to tell you Jeremiah 29, 11 through 14. I go all the way to 19, sometimes 21. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for hope and a future, for prosperity and peace. For my children will cry upon me and I will run to them. So this is someone who's stuck in their crap from what they did that you've already forgiven them for. It could be dealing with an Aquarius. So you got one person from the past, several actually. I'm just keeping, you've been busy. I'm just saying, you have a lot of energy around you. Everybody wants a little piece of you, but somebody who did you dirty due to their own insecurity and fear and their own agenda is coming towards you to make it right. You've already forgiven, but the reason why I say I know the plans I have for you, it was necessary for all of this as part of your story. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Nothing, absolutely nothing happens in God's world by mistake. Nothing. So when we get stuck in the pain, and we're stuck sometimes in the pain and the depression, somebody has a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear. They might struggle with addiction. They might struggle. They just live in their head. They have mental, it's a little over the top. It's not negative. It's just living in their head. They're very Gemini, Aquarius, I was saying. Overthinker, like think, never do. Never take action, but think all the time. They worst scenario, best scenario, they just haven't really taken action, or they weren't sincere when they took action, is now coming back to begin something new. But this is you. Regardless of any person on your arm or next to you, you're jumping into a new chapter. I said that. You're looking down the hallway at all the open doors, at all the prospects, and you are, I'm going to say, innocently walking into a next chapter. Four of Cups, it might have been a previous opportunity missed, but it also feels you're spending a lot of time in meditation. I said that at the beginning, right? You're spending a lot of time of contemplation. You're trying to discern self-worth, work diligently on your improvement in this thing. And it's very much passionate, high standards. You're mastering a skill. I also feel like you're mastering your feelings and your emotions. I have the King of Pentacles to the Two of Cups to the Nine of Wands. Lots of fear, lots of burdens. Somebody made a mistake in the past, and it's not as dramatic as this person feels. I feel this is. Somebody's overthinking this again and stuck in, I put this person in a third party and I lied to them and like, okay, that's part of the story. That was part of the growth. It was necessary. Somebody's going to come in and offer a partnership, and maybe a same sex, just saying, proposal. It's LGBTQ, it's something about that. Somebody, you may not want this, it's somebody you work with, or you're gonna go into work with. Heavy on the Virgo again, Cancer. I have like Sag. And again, backpack, grab your backpack. You might be in the arts, or going for your acting degree, or writing, or creative writing. You also, if not, this is a test of your faith. I feel like this is you trying to find resilience. This could be somebody who had a deep connection to you, a crush. It feels like a crush on you wants to come forward, rushing in, Chariot to the 3 of Cups, wanting to celebrate, but that's a reunion to a passionate spark. Somebody may, it's a lot of energy too, and it's not negative, it's just a lot of passion coming towards you. They're strategizing, and I have this Queen of Swords. So again, you might be dealing with an air sign. But I feel like this is you trying to sit in judgment of all these things and situations and people coming forward you, I feel, through the end of September. It feels like one by one, you're going to be talking to these people. This is with the spirit of Libra. So Libras are very compassionate, very, well, the ones I've met, I was married to one for a long, long time. They would approach with compassion, and they would stand their ground, and they'd speak their truth, but it was really challenging for them to speak their truth. It was very daunting, out of fear or discernment. They weren't sure. Sometimes they are a little fickle, and that might be, you might be dealing with a Libra who is fickle or couldn't make a decision. Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck to the Star card. Can't show you the Star card in its entirety. I gotta put markers on this right there because of lower base, lower base desires. And I feel like your challenge, should you accept it, is sitting down with this person and speaking your truth. In Tower again coming out on this deck right there. Hangman in the reverse. Somebody may be impulsively flying in, maybe flying to you, rushing in, and you're gonna have to defend they're challenged, you're challenged, but for different reasons. Well, actually the same reason. You both have to speak your truth to each other. The Magician. There might be some behind the scenes energy happening. Page of Swords, somebody coming in, speaking. You might have a new idea. Somebody might have a brand new download. I have 2 towers in here, a download about what they want. They're trying to manifest their self-esteem, self-worth to approach. And what was an unrequited situation, now Wheel of Fortune coming in, right? Justice has happened. And I have a Queen of Cups to the Knight of Swords, rushing in with his truth. You might be dealing with a Pisces. Again, another Cancer or an air sign, and they're speaking a new idea, creative opportunity. Somebody's being left in the cold. You're moving forward. It feels like catching on fire. You're catching on fire. And they don't want to be left behind. I feel like they've lost some money leaving another situation. And I don't think this person has to worry about money, but they might be. It feels like if their money's tied up somewhere else and they're waiting for some money coming in. I got the 5 of Wands to the Tower, to the 10 of Wands, dropping this burden and dropping this anxiety and coming forward. Tell me more, anything else about this? I feel like when I repeat cards, Spirit's like I said what I said, Maria. So I have the 10 of Cups to the 8 of Cups, to the Moon. So somebody might be divorcing somebody else to come towards you. And divorce is a very legal term, but my heart has always been with you. It belongs to you. I need to come and join you. I just haven't been aware and truthful with myself to know my heart's always been with you. So I need to leave this situation because even though I live with this other person, my heart's with you. The hidden energy, I feel, maybe the eclipse or maybe possibly the last significant moon cycle has opened up the awareness and them leaving for a situation to come find their happiness. 10 of Cups. You might be talking about children or a combination of families. You might have a baby with this person. It feels very much like unification, the merge of two. The Sun, happiest card in the deck. Bottom of the deck, Three of Cups. Okay, I'm repeating the same message pretty much, just different variety of cards. So somebody wants to come forward, have a reunion, because if they don't, they'll never have their son. And if you can see, these two people are hugging, and there's a baby in there, and the son is the happiest card in the deck. Somebody may want to have a child with you, or they might tell you they've had your child. I don't know what this is about. Or you might be pregnant or delivering something with somebody else, which changes the whole landscape, right? So however this resonated with you, if you want to unpack it together, and it feels very much like you might want to. There's a lot in here, but somebody might be leaving an established relationship, uprooting their life to come forward and do something completely nobody has done. And I feel like if this is you, well done you. You might be in the middle of launching something, but you also have this on the side, but they're actually together and one supports the other. So just know you're in the right space. Two, we have the symposium this Saturday. If you want to join us, it's $100. We get a link, you get a live reading with a bunch of people, as well as a bunch of information about all of this, how to read this, how to connect with energy, how to meditate, you know, where this all came from. It's kind of fun. And if you can't join us on Saturday, but want to have access to the information, it is a live taped session. It'll be taped, recorded, so you can access that at any given time. Like if you have to go to work, put it on pause, come back home, watch it again. So you have that flexibility, just like you were part of the symposium. Lastly, before you leave, hit that subscribe button. YouTube sometimes takes people off if you're not active, and I wasn't for a whole week. I had other things going on. Forgive me. I had a life, and I had to get my feet under me in a couple areas. But if you don't mind, hit that subscribe button. Just make sure that you're subscribed if you want to know and have access to when I put up new content. That way it'll notify you. Appreciate you, each and every one of you. I love what I do. I'm thankful for each and every one of you sending me light and love, positive comments, and continuing to be part of the tribe. Have a great, great day. Talk to you soon.